coma. So SKT looking good here as they go into game number 2. Take some bans in Italy. Coming out for SKT, first of all.
And there it is, the Ezreal ban. As expected, I think that is going to be incredibly important, but the Fiora and Aurelia bans, we'll see if SKT wants to stick with those. Xpecian is going to be thinking twice about taking that Trundle, although it is, as a flex pick, a little bit more wiggle room with it on the red side if they decide to take it early. We've seen a couple interesting Trundle counter picks. One of them, of course, is the Gnar, and then the other one has been Smeb on the Rumble.
Yeah. The Vlad will be the ban. Coco did have some pretty good flanks in game number 1. And SKT basically saying, hey, we don't want to first pick that Vlad, so it's off the table.
Yeah, and without the Ezreal there, it becomes a bigger risk to play against the Vladimir, because many other AD carries he's going to be able to more efficiently get on top of with the Hemo Plague and start doing ridiculous amounts of damage to. But that leaves the Karma up in this draft, which also means that it will be first picked by SKTelecom.
Yep. So could go to Wolf, could very likely go to Faker.
Yeah, they were one of the teams that was leading the charge in first pick Karmas. They realized the priority of that pick well before many other teams. Also, the danger of giving it over to red side is an excellent counter pick, or flex pick, rather. Aurelia up this time. Xpecian flashing the Jax. You know he wants to go back to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of AD carries out there right now that want to put their hands on the Jax again, but it's going to be the Aurelia this time anyway.
Somebody said in an interview that he wants to play Jax, but his team won't let him.
I think that's probably going around a lot, too. So Aurelia Elise, pickups from Longzhu.
So Duke, do you have the Renekton? That's the big question.
Yeah.
We know you have the Gnar now. I think he probably does too.
Well, Duke used to be known as a player called Leopard, and Leopard was known for his Renekton, so
Indeed, he was.
He's definitely got the skills.
Back on the KT Bullets, he was known for his Ryze and Renekton pickups, but doesn't mean that he is caught up, brushed up on that pick recently, although I will say that Renekton is not mechanically the most demanding champion in League of Legends, so probably he could just pick it up even without practicing it.
Yeah. You slice and you dice, and that's about it. So Gragas locked in for Blank.
Yeah, Shen, which was such a high priority pick in our last best of 3, now selected here by Duke, and oh, that's a lot of movement speed already, and it could even be worse if the Sivir is picked up by SKTelecom.
Yeah, well, they loved that Karma Sivir combo for a lot of their early games this season.
Still definitely an option. I don't think this is going to be a mid lane Karma, because otherwise they'd be pretty low in terms of damage in the late game with a Gragas in the jungle and a Shen in the top lane. Probably going for support. But Faker's going to have to blind pick something. The Sivir will be taken away. Yeah, I think you just have to take it at this point.
Faker could probably pick up the Victor, I suppose.
Victor would be just fine with this composition. LeBlanc also, you've got a lot of pick potential with Shen and the speed from the Karma, as well as the Gragas isolating targets for you.
Yep. And so will be Braum Sivir. I suppose the Zyra is an option if they do want to send that Karma in the mid lane, but like you said, that wouldn't leave SKT with a lot of damage.
Yeah, the Zyra would at least add damage from the support role, but they'd be pretty heavy on AP damage, and the late game, especially with late game, the late game's like non-existent with Karma and Lucian, especially if Bang builds the armor penetration, you know, Black Cleaver Yomu's build. I would be concerned about SKT's ability to teamfight, which means that they would be really, really reliant on their use of teleport and ability to play aggressively with the Shen stand united in the early game.
Well, looks like it might end up being that. Okay, yeah, Wolf locking in the Nami, and there's solution for Bang. So they will send that Karma to the mid lane after all. That's, I mean, again, it's like another big kite comp.
Yeah, it is. They have strong engage. They have strong engage with the Gragas. So there are more options for how they want to play this out. Tidal Wave also can be used as a pretty good engage tool. But Longzhu thinking now about what they want to send up against this Karma. Varus would be a pretty big risk here with the Gragas in the lineup, considering he would be caught out. Victor maybe a little bit of a better option.
Bring back the Jace. No, that'd give him triple AD, but you know, Coco's got it in there. More realistically,
Okay,
LeBlanc, yeah.
Okay, that's fine too. Basically just going for picks with the single target CC, Braum passive, Cocoon, Equilibrium Strike, and being able to dodge out of that Gragas ult and play around it is highly useful. So going for the big mobility pick here. On paper, I'm a bigger fan of Longzhu's composition just because I think that SKT has a narrow timing window to work with where their damage is going to be relevant, or Bang is going to have to play an Essence Revolution build instead, which he may do.
It's certainly possible.
So that he has a bit more relevance in the late game. SKT, they're putting a lot of emphasis on the globals, and I like the fact that Coco's able to run the teleport on the LeBlanc in the mid lane. So at least they have more tools to match, and they're not down 1 TP and a Stand United, so they're just down to Stand United now.
Yeah.
Also no Rek'Sai in this game. Which,
that's kind of a rarity, isn't it?
Yeah, could have powered up this composition, actually. A little bit intrigued by the Gragas pick. If you're going to go for a bajillion global ultimates, might as well just stack the Rek'Sai in there, too.
Yep.
But we'll have to see what exactly SKT can do if this goes late, because they will have some severe damage issues.
That's right. Well, it's time to see if SKTelecom can bounce back from their recent slump. 2 match losses. Could pick up the 2-0 over Longzhu right here, though. Longzhu with a chance to tie things up and strengthen their season. Let's see who takes it. Time to get in the game. All right, and it's a Cloud Drake. Hooray. SKT versus Longzhu, game number 2.
SKT has not had the Drake luck in these games, Doa.
Not a whole lot, no.
Even though they got the Infernal Drake, it was bad for their composition to have an Infernal Drake spawn first. And this time, when they would really love to snowball out of the early game, it's a Cloud Drake.
Yeah.
Fighting against the RNG right now in both of these games. Made it work in game number 1. Can they do it again right now? And
fan of Bang. There he is. That's Bang.
That is a Bang.
He has fans.
Many, in fact.
That's right. Nami.
He's laughing.
Or Wolf on the Nami, I should say.
With this pick of Karma, Faker. Faker now, it's really annoying. Faker now has picked Karma more than any other champion this season, so reprising his role as a more supportive mid laner after he picked Lulu more than any other champion in the spring. And it's been core this year to SKTelecom's compositions to have the speed boost, and Faker basically just buffing Bang.
Yeah.
And it's worked for them. They were one of the very first teams to effectively use the Karma mid. So not going back to the Lulu like they did as of late, showed that Lulu probably not in a great place right now to be played in the mid lane or anywhere really. Uh-oh, Wolf missed
well,
his
he got
double.
Wolf got the Wolf at least. That makes sense. Run!
He's a murderer, killing his own kind.
That's right. Well, he's a sea wolf at the moment. Bang comes up for a bit more harassment, and they're going to seriously make this blue buff hard. In fact, Bang even takes the small Sentinel.
I mean, I don't even know why Chaser and Expression decided to go from Wolves to blue buff in the lane swap.
That was pretty risky.
You just walk into your red side jungle. Stop trying to do your blue. That's dumb. Instead, though, they will get this taken away now that Blank actually started at Raptors in this game.
So Blank could theoretically set up a triple buff.
Yeah,
for SKT.
He's probably not
Kinda
going to
tough.
walk into the blue buff at this point, but he is going to be pretty happy with a little bit of an advantage. And we do see Duke just joining up here. And a lane swap going to... We'll see if Longzhu will be able to take that first rake as a result of having more people in that top side. Haven't seen a turret HP yet, so not quite clear who's going to win this race. Looks like it's probably going to be SKT. Nope, it's not.
A little bit behind in the turret damage for the moment.
We have Lucian, who can take down those turrets pretty quickly. Early stages of the game, Coco playing conservatively underneath his tower, just trying to avoid the poke from the Karma.
And Faker definitely putting on the pressure early on. Very far up in lane, but you're pretty safe to do that, I suppose, during lane swap if you know where everybody is. Expression gonna get the gold for the top turret. Duke, of course, getting the one down at bottom.
Checking his auto attacks right there. Yeah. Animation canceling. Oh yeah.
Checking it out.
Normally you don't want to do that.
Nope. But if you're trying to get the minions killed off so your opponents get less experience, then
you could also just stand there and not try and be fancy. But
it's gotta do something. You know?
It's bored.
Yeah, that's right. Idle Shens are a dangerous thing.
Yeah, an idle Shen is the devil's playground.
That's right.
The devil's plaything, I should say.
The devil's play Shen.
All right, well, we are going to see the lane swap back, and Longzhu in their weak side jungle right now. Looks like they are going to be setting up a possible gank here on the red buff. Intriguing.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, Wolf seen by the ward though, and Expression.
They're pinging onto Blank, but he's not going to take the bait right now. And he will not, in fact, go for that red buff. They could be waiting there for a really long time.
Yeah.
Blank just went to take a scuttle crab. Now they're going to have to double back to the red buff. As they see 3 members on the top side turret. Would be fairly foolish for Blank to walk into that side of the jungle right now. Everybody is visible on his team.
Yep. So he's just going to go up to the top lane, help take out the turret.
That he will. But not too much time lost there, really, because Duke not really getting a whole lot of experience, but could hurt as Expression has to run back down, but he will get there in time to get the delightful solo turret gold. Just what every top laner wants, Doa.
Delightful. Delightful goal. Are we back to talking about Scrooge McDuck again?
I thought we were talking about regular Scrooge, sorry.
No. We can talk about both, but Scrooge is the superior one.
I agree, Scrooge is the superior one.
Scrooge McDuck, that is.
Glad we could come to agreement on
hey,
that.
Man. I got played.
You got played by yourself.
I outplayed myself. Oh, well. Well, now I just know how Faker feels, you know, when he goes just a bit too aggressive once in a while.
Playing yourself.
Yep, usually you're the best, but once in a while, make those mistakes. Yeah, me and Faker.
Just go so far.
We have, similar issues, similar problems in that regard. I mean, me when I talk about Scrooge McDuck, and him when he makes an amazing thing happens in League of Legends. So.
Wins.
Yeah,
wins all the time. Wins everything.
Yep. Duke flashy dashing away, but he's gonna have to flash after the flashy dash. Uh-oh.
There was a flashy dash flash.
Yeah. Flashy dash into flash. Didn't want to give Longzhu the cash for first blood.
Still, nice little poke in. Quick summoner spell off the gank from Chaser, and it will give Expression some more time here just to farm up. Not too much going to be lost for Duke. See, we'll have ample opportunity just to walk back into lane, but nice little lead developing for Expression.
Yeah. She had a hard time with last time. Play onto Coco here. Gonna flash out the chains.
Oh, beautiful!
Yeah, no kidding. Faker stopped up at the last minute. Now Blank under turret, taking some hits, and first blood goes over to Chaser. Coco, talk about outplayed, man.
Wow. Well, first off, that flash on the end of that body slam was gorgeous from Blank, and they just couldn't quite seal up that kill, and then a little bit, perhaps too much of a commitment under the turret because Chaser was there to answer with a flash cocoon. turn it around. Fury and Pure now trying to get down this mid lane. Faker, got to be careful.
Yeah. A Boomerang Blade may have ended him.
Turn onto the Cloud Drake right now instead. And yeah, that's a nice timing because Longzhu really had nowhere to go with their dual lane besides just to clear out that mid because it was so pushed deep into enemy territory.
Oh, calling on to Fury, and he will nearly die.
Whoa.
The spell shield at the last second.
He actually didn't have to use the spell shield to get hit by any more procs, but it was very close.
Oh boy.
Fury had just used that spell shield in the mid lane, so it looked like it was, he would have used that ordinarily right off the bat.
Yeah.
He was probably just slamming that key as it came off cooldown.
Wow. That's tough for Bang.
Really good culling, though.
Yeah, no kidding.
And he is going to be going for...
Blank. Oh, man, Blank going into the enemy jungle, getting caught again.
I don't know why you would be there. You have no pressure. Your top laner is at your tier 2.
Yeah.
And you don't know where anybody is. Get some wards down, but that's the second time in 2 games he's traded his life for a few wards. Already 0-2 this game. We talked about Blank's performance this season compared statistically to Bengi's. It is pretty bad.
Yep. SKT having some issues in the early game here in game 2. And you probably don't want to get that LeBlanc rolling.
I'd say that's probably a safe bet, though.
But they are.
I think most people don't want to get LeBlancs rolling. That is generally considered in League of Legends a bad idea.
In my history of watching this game, it seems like people like to do that pretty often.
Also, especially bad when you need your early game to go smoothly to win. Take a look. Okay, well, Blank is wandering off on his own. He has no idea where the jungler is on the enemy team, no idea where Chaser is, and Coco, there's no pressure in the mid lane, so Coco just easily goes over. I mean, what do you say about that? You play around pressure as a jungler. That's what you do. You get no pressure, you get no business being in that side of the jungle, and he gets punished.
Yep, pretty clean-cut mistake, and you got to think, you know, if Bengi had been in this game, that probably would not have happened. Chaser coming in, they're going to try to make a play onto Duke here, teleport. Bringing Faker in. Duke's so low already, though. And can they make it? No. Not able to. Faker and Blank just deciding to stay in the mid lane.
Yeah, cancel TP there. No opportunity. Blank just going to try and get some damage down onto the turret instead. Overextension in the top lane from Duke. Instantly punished. And that's what you do against Shen. People sometimes, after you haven't seen a champion in the meta for a while, forget to play around him. The easiest way to deal with Shen is just to make sure that he doesn't have chances to stand united, so you go and kill him, you gank him.
He can't stand united himself.
Yeah, exactly.
If you teleport to yourself, it means you're basically just standing still, not doing anything.
There's also nothing united about it.
Yeah.
It's just called standing, Noah. Just stand.
It's called standing in the place where you live. Yep.
But again, and this Aurelia starting to get a little bit scary. Apparently they didn't feel like running a Trundle or a Renekton. And Faker now trying to get the 1v1 kill.
Yeah, flashes in onto Coco. Coco very low. Oh, and Faker can't quite pick it up.
Flash for that too.
Yeah, he did. And one begins to wonder, where is that methodical, well-played SKT team?
Here we go.
Game 1. Taunt onto Expression. The culling popped immediately. Expression goes back in, gets exhausted as he tries to get a bit more health. And there's the Aqua Bristle from Wolf, going to set up SKTelecom's first kill of the game. That one's going to go over to Duke. But one still wonders, where is that super clean, methodical SKT that we saw in Game 1?
Yeah, this one is a bit different, though. Last game, it was more of a patience thing where they were waiting to outscale. This game, they're going to have to be more active if they want to take home a victory, and Coco already quite scary. Expression does overextend in the lane. They had no idea where Bang and Wolf were. And the setup there, good for SKT. They only have to use that exhaust. But very nice gank.
Uh-oh, Bang. Oh boy, Chaser and Pure waiting for him, checks the brush. I don't think he saw anything, though. Bang tries to body slam away, gets caught with the cocoon, but Longzhu just not close enough to capitalize on that.
Yeah, didn't quite have the Sivir there yet. They had their suspicions.
Yep.
And Blank was not convinced by the Ardent Blaze in that brush check. So actually does have his finger on the body slam and escapes, even though he did get hit by the cocoon. Stun registers at the end of the dash, and he is able to get out in spite of the use of the Sivir ultimate. But Expression...
Uh-oh. Coco's coming up to try to collapse onto Duke as Expression does some damage. There's a flash. Coco coming in. Can he land the chains? Doesn't even necessarily need to. He's got enough damage anyway. Coco with another kill, and this LeBlanc is suddenly 3-0-1.
Thought it was safe because of what had happened on the bottom side of the map where there were 3 people revealed. So he thought it was safe just to keep pushing up, but again, no pressure in the mid lane. So, and he also had no wards, means that the LeBlanc takes a little bit of a trip. The Cloud Drake will be the response for SKT, but not much of a reward, a pittance, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like getting the participation ribbon at a track meet. You might have run the race, but you finished last. That's what getting the Cloud Drake is like.
Participation means you finished last?
Yeah.
They have trophies for everything, every other position, but just last place is the participation ribbon. That's rough, man.
Pretty much, yeah. Just get the one that says participation on it. Not that I've ever gotten one of those, but you know, I've seen them. Seen other people get them.
You were always first place in the track meet, right, Doa?
That's right. Of course. Where else would I be?
Not at a track meet, I would assume.
Well, I didn't do a whole lot of them. You know, I came.
But I won them all.
I came, I saw, I conquered, and I was like, well, that's it for me in track meets. I've beaten this game. Then it was on to bigger fish.
The video games.
That's right. Where there are a lot more participation ribbons, actually, when you think about it.
Yeah, it's called the LCS.
Or achievements. I see. Yeah. You get to Worlds. You participated at Worlds. Good job. Way to beat. Faker really wants to kill off Coco.
Thanks for setting me up for that one, Doa.
You're welcome. I got your back. Sorry, NA. Blank onto Chaser. Gets to repel out of the body slam. Oh, Blank misses the explosive cast, though. Went for it. Teleport coming in for Longzhu now. They're going to try to turn this one. Blank having to flash away. And Wolf on the run. Everybody having to get out of there. Wolf gets exhausted. Maybe they can pick up the kill here. They will. Coco able to land the chains, and Fury getting the final blow.
Faker actually canceling his teleport one more time. They're assuming that everybody had gotten out, but with a number of summoner spells that Longzhu had available, Pure with a flash Q connects and at least takes 1 kill.
Yeah.
Not going to be able to get probably too much out of this. Faker going to steal. Nope, doesn't steal it away. Coco actually got it.
Pretty close.
And it'll turn it into a turret, so another TP cancel from Faker. Longzhu commits to one side of the map, and they are rewarded for it.
They could collapse on the Faker. Wow, if that cocoon had hit, man. Bang very low. Meanwhile, Expression going to get taken out by Duke. Faker zoning Pure away, going to dodge the Braum ultimate. Nice move by Faker to anticipate that one. Using the speed from the shield, I believe.
But here's Duke.
Yep, Duke coming in from behind with that teleport. They lock up Fury, and that's going to be possibly another kill for SKTelecom. No, Chaser and Coco coming back to save their AD carry.
Yeah, nice play there from Faker. They do get one. Wolf will grab it with the bubble. So a little bit of punishment there from SKTelecom, but they still find themselves in a 3,000 gold hole.
Whoa,
and
Coco!
Faker,
Gotta be careful there.
Has a shield. It's fine. He also has Merc Treads, so and the Athenes, so he's got some form of magic resist. Also, Coco went for the Morello Nomicon first, and still doesn't have his Abyssal Scepter, so he's not. Now he does, though.
Yeah. All right, let's watch that again. Kind of a crazy chain of events.
Yeah, and they don't respect the fact that the Duke still has his teleport up. So nice bubble there to start things off, and then Faker does some great skill shot dodging.
Look at that.
Pure, using the speed boost. No.
Cloud Drake right there. Praise Cloud Drake. He dodged the Braum ult.
He dodged it with his speed.
With his Cloud Drake.
He was in combat, so
right.
no. Cloud Drake, okay. It's all the Cloud Drake, I agree.
You're right, I thought so.
SKT wins because of Cloud Drake.
Best puff in the game. If they do, I'm just saying. Wolf, being bloodthirsty. That's his kill, he earned it.
Faker did actually all the work there.
Yeah.
So he didn't earn it.
Except for the very end. Faker abandoned that kill.
He was trying to get 2 kills instead.
And how many did he get, Monty?
Well, they were going to get that one anyway, so.
But he got 0. 0 kills. Less than the support, who has 1.
Now, though, this is going to become a bit of an issue with the Abyssal Scepter. Bang's going to have to be very safe. And you can see right there, Coco is just lurking, seeing if he's going to be able to pop somebody.
Might.
From over the wall.
Chaser looking for that cocoon. You know, at the beginning of that last fight, there was a cocoon that like nearly hit Faker. Cloud Drake saved him there too.
Poke damage. Coco, they just really want this mid lane. They can't do much of anything else right now. They have no vision in the enemy jungle, so pushing past the river, scary for them. Duke also, something to be concerned about. So I think they're just going to fall back to the Rift Herald. Any aggression could be punished by a Gragas ult, sending them flying underneath the mid lane turret, followed up by a Stand United.
Sure, might as well take a guaranteed objective, even if it is just the Rift Herald.
Okay. Expression
There's something.
has a healthy lead, in spite of his couple deaths.
Oh, wow, the Rift Herald resets. Whoops.
What the hell?
That was odd.
That was really odd.
Huh. Oh, look at this. It was kind of sort of resetting again there.
Freaking out.
He didn't want to die. He was like, I'm so close to just leaving the rift and escaping. No.
He was close.
Not close enough.
That actually might have reset right at the 19-minute mark.
Oh, I wonder.
Interesting. Okay.
Did it
I'll
level up or something maybe?
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that again. I'm not sure exactly what happened there.
The ways of the Rift Herald are mysterious. That's for sure.
No one really knows. No one's ever bothered to explore and investigate it because it hasn't mattered.
Sure. Maybe somebody has. Somewhere.
Probably not the best use of time.
Somewhere somebody just loves the Rift Herald. They've got like a Rift Herald shirt, Rift Herald posters on the wall.
You think that's possible? They just
Yeah.
make their own poster, printed out their own T-shirt.
I think there's 6 billion people on this earth, Monte Cristo, and somebody out there loves the Rift Herald.
That much, though. All right, well, they can show us pictures on Twitter if that's true.
I'm sure they're on Twitter.
All right. Well, setting up for this Ocean Drake now.
Yeah.
SKT could really use an Infernal Drake. That would be a massive help to them.
Okay.
He's shooting out some webs right there.
Yeah. Cloud Drake. Help dodge. Yep. Another instance of the strength of the Cloud Drake.
Yeah, that Cocoon was really close.
Yep. Oh, flank. Got hit. They got the body slam off just in time because of his Cloud Drake buff.
It's just a patience game for Longzhu. Keep the mid lane turret up, allow the Aurelia split push to keep going as long as you can. Expression taking off with that CS advantage up to about 40 now. And SKT wants this Ocean Drake if they can.
They should be able to get it.
Yeah, they should not be contested by Longzhu. They have no reason to.
Yeah.
Again, the late game is going to be quite potent for Longzhu. They don't need to overcommit right now to an Ocean Drake of all things, which is not going to be, I think, that helpful with SKTelecom's composition.
Yeah. Oh, Coco going in for a bit of damage. I suppose if it's like a Infernal Drake, then maybe a fight it, but not an Ocean Drake.
Yeah, that would definitely be worth fighting for.
Meanwhile, Duke just farming away. He's behind Expression by quite a bit, though. Gold, anyway. Oh, Coco. Whoa! Nearly lights up Wolf. Just like that. And we're kind of having flashbacks of LeBlanc of old, you know? They do take out the mid lane turret, but
LeBlanc versus supports, Nami,
Yeah.
Zyra.
Yeah.
Zyra, the most explodable of supports.
Really. Faker knows all about that one. He uses Ari to just one-shot every Zyra.
Well, Coco has 100% kill contribution this game. He has been doing work. May not have maximized his CS, may have been poked out of lane, maybe has been roaming quite a bit, but it's resulted in a wealth of kills for Longzhu and a healthy gold lead, 3,000. You're probably feeling pretty good right now.
As time goes on, though, the gold lead mattering less and less if it stays at this 3,000. But Longzhu's still very strong in late game anyway. So
yeah, that's the big
not matter.
issue that you've got to consider here is how is SKTelecom actually going to deal damage to Longzhu? Sure, they don't have the tankiest composition. Chaser is starting to get there, though Spectre's Cowl and Giant's Belt, but it's going to be some time before he has armor, which is when he's going to need to handle Bang.
SKT really does need an Infernal Drake, but they're not going to get it. It's going to be an Ocean Drake next.
Well, there's still time, though. Maybe they will. Maybe they will get one. There is
They're
going
not
to be.
get it this time.
No, they're not going to get it this time, and there will be a small window after the Drake spawns to take it and still have another Drake spawn before Elder Dragon. But if it goes past that 29-minute mark, they're not going to have that chance anymore.
Yeah.
But it's only going to be, what, a minute or so. If that Dragon's left up longer than that, then we will not see another Elemental Drake in this game.
Oh, Cloud Drake helped him dodge that.
You just keep trying,
So
though.
close.
You just keep trying.
You say it enough, it's true. I've been learning from politics.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
They call that Donald Trumping.
You can't even say U.S. politics anymore. Longzhu pushing down the bot lane. And Faker on his own is not going to be able to protect this turret. Meanwhile, Expression jumping onto Duke may have the 1v1 here. He's chasing. Duke flashes. Expression, he's going to follow, going after it. Duke tries to pull his sword to him, but there's the Transcendent Blades. Expression needs like one more. Wait for it, he gets it. Blade Surge finishes it off, and Expression wins that 1v1.
Yeah, and Faker also with the TP cancel again. Just hasn't been there. It may have been canceled by a member of Longzhu. We'll have to go back and check that. But
oh, Bang in a little bit of trouble. Coco goes in. Braum ultimate dodge, though. Bang turns it around. Praise Cloud Drake.
Praise Cloud Drake. Is that your new thing?
Hashtag praise Cloud Drake. There you go. Help you dodge the skill shots. Helps you land the skill shots.
Helps you bait the Baron.
Uh-oh. Come Blank, it's safe in the Baron pit. Oh no!
It was a lie.
Cloud Drake. He gets out. Stand United comes in though, looking for that taunt into Expression as he comes in onto Bang. Expression gets hit with the Aqua Prison, gets blown up.
Yeah, great turnaround.
Yeah.
Right as Duke came back up, they committed to that play. They saw how much of it he used onto Blank to try and secure that. And Expression wisely decides just to sacrifice himself instead of taking his whole team, dashing back in and forcing that play to occur. And now SKTelecom roaring back just a little bit. They're going to basically nullify the gold lead right now at 25 minutes.
Yeah, they do take out the tier 2 turret. Whoa, flash body slam onto Pure. There's the explosive cast. SKT going in. Get another kill. Tidal wave as they disengage. And I think they'll be happy with that.
And this is where they had to strike. Before it gets to that super late game, before they get picked off, Longzhu tries to set a trap, but it is just sprung on them instead. Hoisted by their own petard, Doa.
You love that phrase.
It's a great phrase.
Yeah. Oh, Blank. Dodging the chains from Coco. I wonder how he did it. What's his secret? I think it's a Cloud Drake bump. I can't say it with a straight face. I'm sorry.
It was the Cloud Drake that time, Doa.
It's good.
One of these times it actually is going to be the Cloud Drake, and you'll be right.
I knew you'd come around. Hey, if it's a very close dodge, it's definitely the Cloud Drake.
Waiting for another pick right now as the time ticks down to the arrival of the
Ocean Drake.
Ocean Drake.
Expression again with his far superior magical sword to Shen's. Shen's sword just kind of hangs out.
Yeah, point down always.
Yeah.
It's a safety sword.
Comes over and is like, hey, what's up, Shen? Oh, bye.
Do you think the Ghost Sword talks to him?
Maybe.
Do you think the Ghost Sword has a name?
I don't know. Probably not.
Blunty?
The Plenty? That's right. Blunty. That's a great name for Shen sword. We're just with that. Shen and Blunty. Longzhu's gonna get this Ocean Drake. It's kind of like Quinn and Valor, only much less exciting. Oh, Infernal Drake next though.
That one is the one you want to fight over. And
yes.
They do get it there, about a minute and a half before that wouldn't have been possible any longer. Duke now on the split push again. LeBlanc's going to be the one there in lane to potentially answer. Lots of wards for Duke.
That Infernal Drake is definitely a big deal for SKT.
Absolutely.
They can get that. They can mitigate a little bit of Longzhu's late game power.
Yeah, I like the pickup of Bang. Hex Drinker acquired so that he is less vulnerable to this Fed LeBlanc's burst, although the Vamp Scepter coming through soon.
Yeah, wants to try to be Coco proof.
Also the Locket, so Wolf grabbing that item, definitely a boon. Blank just building tanky though, and so is Duke. Again, the damage limited. Faker does have the death cap, and it will have the Vamp Scepter soon, so Karma's damage is not inconsequential, but compared to Sivir and LeBlanc in the late game, plus the Aurelia.
Oh, going in. There's a taunt onto Expression. Faker completes the teleport this time. Can they get the kill? Expression trying to Blade Surge his way out of the skill shots. Looking okay for the moment. Coco coming down. He's a long way away, though. And Expression gets out. Yeah.
Had that equilibrium strike, gets the stun out, and then plays around that minion wave just to escape.
Oh, Cocoon onto Blank, though. Manages to make it out. Teleport coming in for Longzhu. There's a tidal wave for the disengage. SKT okay. Bang comes in with the Yomus.
Yeah, they have to back out, though. Stand United still up. Re-engaging, not really an option. And Longzhu really needs to stop committing when they catch Blank out with the Cocoon, because he has been great in this series about just dodging out so the Cocoon hits him, but it hits him, it stuns him at the end of the dash, and they haven't converted that into a kill. So Blank has been on point with his reflexes, and that means a lot when it comes to finishing off some of these kills. Blank also just so damn tanky right now.
Yeah.
But he's playing the vision game really well.
Dodging the barrel.
Still want to get these picks, but not a lot of options.
Well, there's a option as Wolf 6 round with that ward, but
you can see they're not even interested in going for Blank right there. He just pops in, gets the slow off with the barrel roll, and
he's in a turret, or in a ward rather, and he may be in trouble now. Gonna get probably stunned. Yeah, Blade Surge brings Expression in. Wolf there though for the ebb and flow.
Yeah, still no information about the other members of SKT on the map, and the threat of the Stand United is still there. So not going to all in, but they will have a chance to get some more wards down around the Baron pit, but they don't have any paints in inventory right now. Love the itemization from Expression. He knows that Trinity Force is all he's going to need and starts to build defensively thereafter. Frozen Heart and the Spirit Visage really going to help out in some of these team fights, because he only has to occupy Bang. As long as he can just occupy Bang's time, that's the most important thing for him to do.
Hashtag Occupy Bang.
Occupy Bang Street.
Yep. Occupy Bang's time. Cocoon onto Faker. Could be in trouble here. Here's comes the rest of SKTelecom. Faker healed up right away by Wolf. Fury with the damage though. And Expression threatening to come in from behind, but not quite finding the angle they were looking for.
Yeah, they had to send Coco to clean out the bottom wave too, because he is the only one with teleport, and they are concerned about an attempted Baron here, even though it would be very slow Baron from SKTelecom. Phantom Dancer now done for Bang, so that attack speed is really through the roof. He will be stacking that Black Cleaver super fast, but unfortunately for him, there's no one else on his team to take advantage of the armor shred.
That's a good point. Well, at least he's going to have it. A fight over the blue buff now is Dragon in about 2 minutes. That Infernal Drake, quite the big deal. They've got the Rift Scuttler now, too.
Bang has solo carried in these kind of games before, and that's...
Faker? Oh, Stand United coming in. Blank right there. There's the tidal wave. Wolf trying to help SKT disengage, and now Bang going crazy on that Lucian, getting a lot of damage on Expression, trying to come back into the fight, but Bang is right there getting the kill. Bang is really going off. Flashes ahead, tries to make something happen, but here comes Coco from behind, trying to execute, can't quite do it. Big shield from Faker, saves Wolf's life, maybe saves Faker's life too.
Yeah, definitely saved Faker's life right there. Huge shield. You can see that all the AP from the Death Cap doing a lot of work in conjunction with the Athenes. So that is a very good reflex there from Faker to get that off in the nick of time.
Split-second decision.
He was aware that Coco was still lurking around for sure and was waiting for it, saving his mantra. Smart play. And Expression, man, Bang played that so well. Expression never even had a chance to get on top of Bang because Bang was just dancing out of range and messing with him, just poking him down on the side. Yeah. And as I was about to say, we've seen games where Bang on the Lucian is the only carry on the team, and other teams are not able to do this, but SKTelecom is so practiced with this composition.
Bang is also just so good.
That is also true.
It's Baron time. They're going to go for it. Now, yeah, backing off immediately. Longzhu knows what's up. They've got the ward in the pit. The SKT can threaten at least. And they've actually taken the gold lead back now.
Yes, they have. And they may have an answer here to the LeBlanc. They've got double shields. The Faker, of course, on the Karma with his shield, and then the Stand United also an advantage.
Locket on Wolf.
Yep.
Going to help out too. All right, the Infernal Drake is up. Bang pops the Yomus. They're going to go after Fury. The Braum is right there.
Bang is just going crazy on people.
Yes, he is.
But that's the confidence that you can play with if you know.
Whoa, explosive cask onto Coco. Could be in trouble. Passive pop. They're going to get it. Faker with the kill. And SKT, that is basically a free ticket to an Infernal Drake with Coco out of the way.
Wow, that is a huge pick.
Yeah.
And even though he was on the LeBlanc, his ultimate was down, so he couldn't get off another dash there to make it to safety. SKT, free Infernal Drake, and that is the ticket they need to be able to compete in the late game.
Huge moment for SKT in this game. Be able to pick up that extra damage from the Infernal Drake buff. And that combined with the Cloud Drake could be enough to put them over the edge.
Cloud Drake is really most of it, though.
I think so, yeah. Infernal Drake is nice. Cloud Drake, that's where it's at. By it, I mean wins.
Okay, SKT just gets a ward down, and then time to spend some of that money. Is Faker buying a Proto Belt?
Well, he's got the Hextech Revolver, so yeah, possibly.
Interesting.
No, I mean, Karma lacks mobility.
I'm pretty sure that's what everybody says. Really not enough mobility on Karma.
There you go, yeah. You know, if there's a champion that I think, not a very mobile champion, Karma definitely top of the list.
He was buying a Proto Belt, though. Oh boy, Proto Belt Karma. Let's see it.
Get another dash. That was awesome.
I love wave clearing.
Bang loves to cull.
Well, this Irelia advantage not really doing much, especially with a solo kill, his only kill of the game.
Yep.
Otherwise, he's been caught out a little bit or just handled in the team fights.
A Blunty giving Duke the dodge he needs.
Good
go
old
toe-to-toe
Blunty.
Yep.
Blunty the sword.
Shen's Spectral Sword, otherwise known as Blunty. Come here, Blunty.
You know, I'm from Colorado, and Blunty could mean something else in my home state. But we're referring to the sharpness of the sword.
That's right. You can't smoke a sword.
We can't smoke anything in League of Legends, though.
That's true. You can drink. Can't smoke, though. You have an ability literally called Drunken Rage. No cigars allowed.
Condoning violence while in alcohol.
Yeah.
Thanks, Riot.
Alcohol-related violence is A-okay.
Enjoying a lovely cigar, absolutely not.
I feel like if somebody made a soundboard of some of the things we said out of context, that could be pretty awkward. Oh, flash body slam onto Chaser, tries to flash away, gets out of the explosive cast, but he's still slowed down. Bang doing some damage to Expression, serious damage. Ooh boy, here comes Pure from behind, looking for that Braum ultimate maybe. Coco is there as well. SKT though. Unperturbed, Faker pops the shield right as Coco comes in actually. Good timing there.
Yeah, just pushing on forward, getting the poke out that they need to return back to the Baron right now.
Oh, Wolf. Faker flashes. Wow, the Faker Coco rivalry is real in this game. It's
going back and forth, attempting to punish him after the exhaust was dropped. Thought he might have a little bit more time to get some return damage, but Coco's still playing LeBlanc, and that is tricky.
Towards the Baron, but it's safe. Oh, there we go. Nice flash taunt onto Chaser, onto Pure. That's 2 kills for SKT, and this may be it. Expression TP's in, but that's a double kill for Bang already. He's looking for more. Flashing into the base is Expression. Fury still relatively untouched this fight. You can't get out, Bang. You gotta, okay, you can't
Just
get
waiting
out.
for his dash. Didn't have any summoner spells left. Really going all in, but you can see that Bang is having some trouble actually killing the Aurelia at this point in the game.
Yeah, but if you kill everybody else, it doesn't really matter.
That is true, though. If you kill everybody else, it doesn't matter.
There you go. So that's going to be a Baron for SKTelecom. Fury and Expression can try to poke this one out, but I think it's a bit too dangerous. They're going for it. SKT's just going to get it. It's a big moment. Another one. SKTelecom.
They really fought back in this game.
Yeah, going from about, 3 to 5,000 down at one point to now getting that 5,000 goal lead for themselves.
Double taunt, just beautiful. And then the follow-up to the crowd control chain, bubble, tidal wave, not going to be getting out of that one. Coco just tries to kill Wolf is to get something at the end because he knows he's going to fall. But this is what we're talking about with that composition. Even with the Infernal Drake, a lot of free autos Bang had onto Expression and only did a little bit less than 50% of his health bar. That was my concern in the late game, but looks like they've got definitely enough of a lead. And Expression just can't get back onto Bang in these team fights thanks to the Karma protection and the Nami protection.
Yeah, that's the thing is that, yeah, Expression is impossible to kill, but
Baker's like,
Coco
I
can't kill
don't
it either.
actually want to walk there, do I?
Yeah.
The answer's no. Blank's like, I'll do it.
Have a barrel. Oh, it didn't go in the bush.
It didn't see him. It didn't see him.
No! Blank, no!
Sorry.
Come back to die again.
Try Baker's here with the shields.
Bravo for that. Actually, yeah, Wolf comes through with the tidal wave. They actually save Blank. Expression on the run. Duke in the middle of the Longzhu team right now. There goes Expression. Now 5v1, they can kill him. They can put the damage on. Focus fire, if you will. Fury has like no health. Duke going for it. He can settle for Pure though.
Slowly.
He's got a flash.
Kill him eventually.
Get away. Oh, there we go. Dodges
Nice
the top.
job.
Slows him down the cubit. Here comes Bang.
Bang is not going to make it around
There
in time.
goes Bang.
Besides, hey, maybe middle inhibitor is a little bit more important with this Baron buff. Nice attempt there by Longzhu, but the shields coming in from SKTelecom way too big, even though they do pop the GA.
Yeah. All right, and now they can just back off and go for the Elder Dragon.
That's they can.
That's Faker Farms. No TP, couldn't really be part of anything going on in the mid lane, but with Expression out of the way, they can do that 4-man push, I suppose.
Yeah, perfectly safe for them to reverse these waves so that they have something to work with in the bottom side once they're finished with the Elder Dragon. Wolf has Ardent Sensor.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of damage on the Bang.
Yeah, that is actually a very interesting pickup. But
Oh,
we've actually seen Faker build it on mid lane Karma before.
yeah, that's true.
I was actually wondering why he was healing for so much.
Bang just tearing through Chaser with the culling like a lawnmower. There goes Pure through the exhaust. Coco over the wall. Explosive cast negated by Coco. Oh, gets hit by the very end of the tidal wave. That could be bad. Double kill for Bang. And SKT, they may be ready to end this one right here, right now.
Yeah, they're pushing in. They certainly have the opportunity to do it. No more Coco. The shields, too much for him to get through towards the later stages of this game. And damn, Bang just buffed so much. And his attack speed must be ridiculous right now. Phantom Dancer, the Ardent Sensor, just crazy.
That is it. Nexus turrets out of the way. Bang and the rest of SKTelecom showing that they are not going to end this round in a weak fashion. GG. That's the 2-0 victory over Longzhu.
Yeah, well, that is one way to do things, Doa.
It is.
Black Cleaver Yomu's Phantom Dancer with an Ardent Sensor and Infernal Drake apparently makes this Lucian build a whole lot better in the late game.
Yeah.
But Bang also doing Bang things and being so comfortable playing around this style of composition because SKT has done it many, many, many times before.
was going to say, don't expect any other team to give this a shot later, or at least if they do, you don't expect a lot, because really SKT are the only ones that can make this work.
Yeah, that is, I think, a true statement. It's very hard for other teams to play that well around an AD carry, but they've just transitioned the Lulu pick that they used to use over to the Karma pick, functionally very similar with the speed boost and the shield to help out Bang, and it was played masterfully, and look at that damage.
Yep, well, what do you expect? Lucian really putting out the DPS.
But you can really see what I was concerned about, considering that, you know, we do see LeBlanc, Sivir, and Irelia doing more damage than their counterparts.
Yeah.
Or except for Sivir, but obviously. But that is the concern, is that you actually, if Lucian dies, which admittedly is hard to do, especially with how well Bang was playing those team fights, particularly against Expression. That was the big key, is that Expression never had the chance to really get in and ruin Bang's day.
Everybody loves Bang. But I gotta say, Faker looked like his old self again today, finally. You know, not
very good,
making a lot of mistakes as we saw in the last 2 matches. And so going forward, I guess we'll have to see what happens next time. But SKT seem to be back on track. There's our lovely logo. Who's the MVP? It's Bang, of course.
Of course it was.
Yeah. Well deserved.
Of course it was.
But he gets an F on his shirt. Oh well. F for freaking good.
I'm pretty sure that's what the F is for.
That's right.
Let's take a look at some of his replays, the highlights from this game. That was a really well set up gank. Expression. Running out of mana there at the end too, so not much he's going to be able to do with fancy dancing to get away from that wave. These are actually not very interesting highlights, just like Expression dying.
Well, there you go. Culling. Got a kill with that.
This is the fight that I think was really impressive from... No, it wasn't. Yeah, this one from Bang. Just watch the way he handles Expression, and he's just constantly dodging in and out of range and daring Expression to come in. Yeah, he's so fast.
That's a sick taunt from Duke to really set up the end of this one. And at that point,
Go, Duke, he was dead no matter what. So you got to at least give it a shot and see if you can prevent them from doing the Baron.
I suppose. Yep. Lucian does a lot of damage. Blank was like the king of getting caught and then living that game.
I just like the attack speed Lucian build. That's a fun one to watch, and Bang executing it well.
That's right. So it's interview time. You have to see what Faker and Bang have to say. And Steven's going to be translating for us as usual.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sean and Monte, for a great cast for today's match. Now we're moving into interview booth with winner of today's match, SKT won. And since SKT were suffering from 2 successive defeats, they have won today's match, and it's great opportunity for them to change their atmosphere. And let's hear from our 2 MVP for today's match, Faker and Bang.
오늘은 좀 이번 1라운드에 마지노선이라고 생각했고요.
The Faker were saying that this was very special game for today's match because it's almost end of the first round, and it was pretty special, and we took the win.
저는 뭐 대체로 좀 만족하는 편이에요.
Now the Cloud Temper asking Bang about how the game were going, and then Bangs are pretty satisfied with his match for today. And he's quite not satisfied in the part that in the first match
보통 다 상대방 스킬을 다 생각을 하거든요.
he has some mistake because all the time he were thinking about the skill from the other side.
그래서 맞아서 약간
Quite in this video clip, he said that when he were playing, he quite missed. He got the shot from the pure, and he was pretty not satisfied. But because they would keep coming and coming. Now they're all like they're talking about the highlight right now, and then Bangs keep blaming himself that he should have dodged that, he should have moved away from it, but he couldn't. So he's not satisfied with that. But Cloud Templar and Dongjun said you tried to be too perfect for that. But it was pretty good that what Dongjun said. sometimes you make mistake. But Bang keeps saying that I should not get hit by that. That was my mistake. And I still feel bad about it.
세 명이 다 피했어야 됐을 것 같아요.
Faker said next time, all three of us should move away from Bang because Bang keep trying to be a perfect.
플래시를 쓰면 너무 과소비예요.
Now Bang saying that I don't want to use Flash because it's too wasteful, and then the Fakers keep looking at him. He's like, oh no.
피곤한 느낌이었습니다. 최근에 이제 2연패를 하면서
Now Dongjun saying that SKT had very bad this day with successive defeats, but today you guys have shown a different performance compared to the last two games. Now Faker is saying that we didn't change any like practice or any our style, but we were just wondering why have we lost another two games that we had take before. But we're better than the last two games, but still we need to more work hard on it. We want to be perfect in every game, so now Cloud Templar is complimenting Bang using Israel. So Cloud Templar asking, you have a confidence using Israel during the bottom lane because you have shown the perfect performance throughout the games. And Bang is saying that I can get a lot of farming during the game. Even I use Israel, it's not difficult to play as a lane, but sometimes there are a lot of pressure from the other jungler, or those kind of pressure can be some influence, but still it's great champion to use Israel in the lane, so that's why I keep using it, and my teammates are really backing me up a lot, so I think it's a great champion to use. So these days, Dongjun saying that after the new patch, the Lucian is not pretty good pick, but you have shown a great performance today. And Bang is saying that last game I have lost because of using a Lucian pick, but it was pretty good in the beginning of the lane fight, but it's difficult to maintain that. But today I have shown a great performance overall. So I think the Lucian is kind of strong in the beginning of the lane. Maybe it can be helpful in the team fight during the end of the game, but still after the patch it's kind of difficult for me to use it compared to the pick that I use is Israel. So the Cloud Templar is like the combination between you and Faker, kind of like Karma, Israel, those kind of combinations kind of really fit to it. And then Faker says saying that it's not because of combination, it's because of me. And also it's because of Bang, but still it's kind of like what I did was kind of helpful to the team, and they're kind of making tease, like make fun of each other. And now Dongjun's complimenting Faker using Anivia in the first game. Now Faker is saying that the coach is actually it's not the reason I love Anivia to use, but the coach actually want me to use Anivia as a team. And then there was a perfect ultimate, and also there are a lot of great skill from Duke. So that's why I think the pick from the first match, Anivia, was a pretty good pick, and that's why I got the quadra kill for today. So I give a lot of compliment to my team.
뱅 선수도 사실 언제나 뱅 선수나 페이커 선수가 이렇게 주목도가 높고 뭐 다른 선수들도 다 잘하지만 그중에 또 울프 선수가 혹시 좀 억울해.
So now Cloud Temper said that these days in SKT1, Bang and Faker are like the most top player and like getting all the like a spotlight. So did anything spoken from Wolf? Anything?
확실히 잘해요. 근데
And Bang is saying that Wolf is pretty good,
좀 실수가 몇 번 나왔는데 약간
but he makes some
그런 걸 떠나서도
mistakes.
서포터 포지션 자체가 좀
But
주목받기가 힘든 것 같아요.
like, if you say that like a position like supporter is hard to get a spotlight, but I think Wolf's doing a pretty good job supporting me live.
코치님이라고 항상 생각을 해왔거든요. 너무 막 선수들만 생각해주지 마시고 그냥
So
저희
he's saying to all the
팀에
fans
있는
and
저희 팀에
the
소속된 모든
people who
사람들이
watching the game,
다
don't just
기여를
focus
많이
on some
하기
like
때문에
certain player that make a highlight or
그런 거는
getting a
저희는
spotlight. Just
생각을 해본 적이
focus on
없어서
all the
잘
team.
모르겠는데
And
그냥 뭐
pretty much
입장에서는
other than like us right now doing getting MVP like Wolf, Duke,
저희가 다 잘해서 이기는 거기
Blank,
때문에
everyone's doing a great job.
다
So
잘해요 저희는.
I think
예, 알겠습니다. 예.
he's saying that all of us are doing great. We're all good.
네,
So
앞으로 이제 코칭
I think there's no
스태프의
particular
다 생각을
spotlight.
말씀을 드리도록 하겠습니다. 두 번째 경기가 좀 힘들었잖아요. 처음에 르블랑이
Now Dongjun saying that you guys had a difficult time in the second match.
느낌을 받았을 텐데 이때쯤이면 이제는 좀
So in the what part you think that we should we're gonna win? We like which part?
저희가
In the what time period you guys think that it's time for us to fight back?
생각한 기점이 딱히 없었고.
And then Faker said there's no certain time, but after winning a some team fight against Longzhu,
저희가 좀 이전에 2패하기 전에는
so we had a certainty of winning to this game. But still we were very careful because we had lost the last two games very doubt, so we'll keep carefully fight back, and that's why it's the point that we won this match. So what kind of call we're going during the team fight, because Blank have shown a very dangerous play.
수호천사가 빠지면서 시작한 한타 때 제가 옆 부시에 있을 것 같다고 핑을 찍었는데.
So Faker said that I had a feeling that there will be Coco in the other bush. He's maybe hiding after the Blank got caught by other team. So I told my teammate to keep watch on the bush and look after the LeBlanc coming in. So those kind of calls were going on during our team fight. We were very careful with it.
네, 수호천사가 빠지지 않는 게 좋긴 하지만 빠지더라도 저희가 이길 거라는 판단.
He said that in this highlight right now is showing we didn't worry about Blank. Even Blank got hit there. We still had an idea. We had a chance, so we got in the team fight. It was great ultimate from Lucian. So we had a lot of trust on each other. So that's what really helped in the team fight. So Cloud Templar is saying that there was the part when Expression made a solo kill against Duke.
상대방이 2차 압박을 하는 거를 대치를 하고 있었을 때였을 것 같은데 그때
The Bang is saying that
봐달라고 하더라고요. 저희
Duke had a call on us that please help me out, look after, but everyone was just say you're gonna die anyway, so we're gonna focus on the lane.
쉔이 오히려 저기서 죽는 게 더 이득이에요.
So Bang just said that Shen rather die in the top lane. It will be helpful for team. So we didn't help him out.
뭐 물론 안 죽으면 좋긴 한데 저기 라인.
Bang said if he don't die, it will be awesome. But if he gonna die anyway, so what's the point of we're going there? So just it will be better for us to push the lane. And then Dongjun's very like shocking about what he's saying, but Bang keeps saying it's okay. We won the game anyway. It's still good. And Faker is very don't know what to say right now.
좀 이상한 말을 해서 이득은 아닌데.
But Faker said to Bang that but we still should have look after him, and then Bang's like yeah, whatever.
또 진심으로 또 그렇게 생각하시는 것 같아요. 뱅 선수가
And then Bang just says it's joking, but
최선이었어요. 차선.
it was joking, but still it was the best option that we could take while the Shans were almost got killed by Irelia at that time. So there are any harsh feeling for Duke.
어쨌든 오늘 경기에서 완승을 거뒀잖아요. 다음 경기도 이제 또 준비를 하셔야 되고 팬 여러분들이 많은 응원.
So Dongjun saying that you guys have last game for against ESC ever. Any comment for your fans and the people watching the game right now?
연패를 끊고 중위권에서 다시 상위권이 됐는데
And then Faker said after today's match, after 2 successive defeats, we came back
저희가
to
몇번
the
지더라도 많이
top
응원해
rank,
주셨으면 좋겠고,
and we're very
네,
happy.
많이 응원해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
And keep cheering on us. We're gonna keep practice more, and we'll come back and second round after finish ESC ever next game. And I think that's it for today's interview. And thank you very much. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks again for translating, Steven. And SKTelecom with their 2-0 victory over Longzhu. And looking pretty good doing it too.
Yes, they did. In that second game, but the buffed up Bang took home the win.
That's right. Buffed up Bang. Scary stuff, man.
He got buff in real life, worked
true.
out a lot, lost a lot of weight. Now he's been buffed in game too.
Yeah. He's like, well, now I'm truly buff. The mega buff. And with that buff, SKTelecom jumping back up to first place, tied in match score 6-2 with the Rocks Tigers, but they do have a substantially higher game score right now at +9. And we'll see if they can hold on to that as they near the end of the round robin, or the first round of the round robin.
The first round robin, yes indeed.
Yep.
One match left for SKT.
That's right, and tomorrow, our final day of the week, CJ Entis taking on KT Rolster, and then Rocks Tigers versus Africa Freaks. And, you know, I guess with Africa's victory over SKTelecom this week, that one might be kind of interesting.
Yeah, KT looking great
They
these
really
days, though. Very clean in their approach. Someday doing some nice carrying out of the top lane. So I have to think that that's probably going to go KT's direction.
You'd think so, yeah.
But the second match definitely pretty interesting, given the Rocks Tigers looking like they're on an upswing. Africa coming up that really convincing win over SKTelecom.
Yeah.
Should be an exciting match tomorrow.
The Africa Freaks SKT match, tough to tell if that was SKT just being bad or Africa being good. We'll find out tomorrow, guys. Join us for more LCK Summer here on OGN. From Seoul, South Korea, Dylan Monte Cristo saying good night. We'll see you tomorrow for the next match. Bye.